So in this recording, I'm going to show you how to take a polygon and replace part of it with a new feature. So this might be used if you wanted to stratify an area out. So you've been in the field, you have mapped out an area that you want to make into a new stratum and add it to an existing shape that has all the strata. Or if you want to take a stratum and get rid of it and or take a polygon and get rid of it and merge it into a larger polygon. So what we're going to start out with here is we have this layer that has two strata. We're going to say it's strata A and B. This is A, this is B. And you've got a shape from somebody's been in the field and has collected this. Let's say it is unmapped retention. So this needs to be stratified out from this. So the first thing that we want to do is actually delete this area from the existing feature. And then what we're going to do is add this area in. So the first thing that you do to delete that area is to run a tool. So if you go to vector, to your processing tools, you want the difference tool. The way the difference tool works is you take the input layer is going to be the existing shape that you want to delete from. And the overlay layer is going to be the area that you want to delete. So if there are multiple features in this, in this area to stratify out, I could select that. And then the overlay layer, you could say selected features only, and it will only clip out or delete the selected feature from the input layer, which is the existing strata. Now that I've done that, I can hit run, and it's going to output a temporary layer called difference. I'll turn these off. So you can see the difference layer now is missing that. But you can also see that there is an issue with the difference layer here. There is this line. This often happens when you're working right up against the boundary of something. QGIS's algorithms don't deal with this as well as ArcGIS's do. So what we're going to have to do is get rid of this line because this doesn't really exist. Because this is not actually a boundary for this stratum, right? It's going to be a boundary for this new stratum that we have. So the first thing we're going to do is take this out. So to do that, we're going to go to turn on editing in this. And one way to do this is I like to do this by splitting the features. There might be a better way to do this. You might be able to delete the vertices on their own. But that's a bit risky because it can change the shape of the polygon. So what I like to do is go use the split features tool, have this selected. I'm going to make sure snapping is turned on, and you can do all layers or on the difference polygon, whatever. And then basically it'll snap to this vertex. Click there, click on the other side, right click. Okay, it's not going to split it like that. Okay, let's have a look at difference. Okay, that doesn't seem to be working for whatever reason. No, it's because you'll have to split it from both sides. Okay, so if we do this again, we can split the features, snap there, go that split line like that. If I go out one side and then out the other, or starting on one side and out the other, we can select that. See, now this is its own feature on its own. You see it's a copy of A here, and we're going to delete that one, and it's going to be gone, just like that. The reason why the split wouldn't work by just going one side of it is has to do with probably the polygon geometry and how the algorithms work and how the polygons have to basically they have to be represented in a certain way that has a direction, and the algorithm probably has to work by understanding what direction the points are going, and there was something wrong with knowing what was going on there. So yeah, we can use the split by line or split features, and then go from the outside in one way, out the other, to get rid of that. Now that we've done that, so we can see that there's no issues here, then we can go to add this old piece in. Or if you want to do this now, you can replace the existing strata. So what we're going to do is save our edits here, select this, and copy it. So use copy features or Control-C. Now that that's copied, we can go into existing strata. We're going to select this and turn on editing, and we're going to use the geometry paster. So this is one of the plugins that I showed how to add in the plugins and toolbars and plugins video. And we can just go paste. We've selected the geometry we want to change, so it will keep the attributes for that, and it'll change that geometry over with the one that we've saved to the clipboard. So when I do that, press that, we're going to get this updated geometry. We can save that. And then finally, what we're going to do is we're going to find the area that we want to add the new stratum. We're going to select that and copy it, or I guess we have to turn this on. Copy it. Then we can go over to this layer, and as long as it's selected here, we can press paste. It's going to add that here. And then we can save our edits. We can look in the attribute table, and we have we use this to dock the bar. You can see we have strata B, strata A, and whatever the new stratum is. Now, if you want to go the other way and say this stratum was logged and needs to be added to this stratum, what you can do simply is select the two strata, and then you can go over to this merge tool. So this is in the advanced digitizing toolbar. Hit merge. It will ask you to select which feature you want to merge the other one to. And so since we want to get rid of this one and we want to keep the attributes for this, we'll select the one that has strata A. So that's going to be highlighted in orange now. You can also just go take attributes from feature with the largest area, and it will find the one with the largest area, which is going to be this one. But I like selecting this myself. So I'm going to go like that, press take attributes from selected area, and go OK. And what you can see here is now you have the stratum again. If you go press the vertex tool, you can look for any issues in the merge. Sometimes there might be geometry issues that come out of this, so it's good to have a look that the vertices make sense. Otherwise, you can save your edits, and yeah, now you have that feature back merged together, and you've gotten rid of that that extra strata, and that would be added to the net area. The final thing that you're going to want to do is if you want to update the areas. So when you change the geometries, the area isn't updated on its own. Only ArcGIS does that automatically. Could probably write a script to do that. I might look into doing that, but until then, what you have to do is you just have to go into your layer, open the field calculator. We don't have a field for area yet, so let's create one. We don't want to just do the one selected feature, we want all of them. So we're going to create a new field, call it area. We're going to make it a decimal number. And need it long enough to make sure we're not losing any data. And then what we can do is calculate the area by going $area, and then that'll give it in square meters. And if we want it in hectares, we can go divided by 10,000, and then press OK. That'll give us the area of both strata.